With Abdulfattah Adeyemi, you unlock a world of wisdom, growth, and connection. It's time to live, love, learn, and build a better world together. Be inspired. Be motivated. Edit your universe.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. The topic is about the wisdom of Allah in putting this test and trial along the path of each of these 11 E's of marriage. Marriages have trials. Sometimes we say they are tests that we have to pass in life. Sometimes we say they are part of the games of life. Sometimes these games, they appear to be rigged. But the games are not actually rigged. It's just you that may not know how to play the games. Maybe you are the one that doesn't know the rules of the game. It could be not just tests or trials. It may be just that you are ignorant about what is going on. It may not be test or trial per se. It might just be repercussions of your own choices in life. It might just be that there are no free meals anymore. That is why it is like that. It might also be that, well, you are not prepared to do the work of marriage, because marriage is work. Maybe you are not ready to commit to the rigors of marriage. And maybe you are just not prepared for the enjoyment of marriage. Some people were expecting something bad to happen, but Allah refuses to make it to be bad. So some marriages are so sweet, and you are feeling uncomfortable to enjoy the sweetness of marriage. Maybe some people are looking for happiness. But the problem is when they see this happiness, they don't even recognize it. They miss it all. They don't know what happiness looks like. So when Allah brings happiness their ways, they don't recognize this happiness. They are looking for something else apart from the happiness. They got it so cheap, they got it so easy, and they walk past happiness like this without recognizing that what they have been looking for is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has just provided for them, and they didn't know. E number 1 is exploring, as in exploration. Exploring. People who are exploring, they come in many ways. Some people are single. Number 2, some people are single and searching. Number 3, some people are single and still searching. That is SSS. And some people are single and still seriously searching. That's SSSS. How many did I mention? Some people are single, that's 1S. Some people are single and searching, that's SS. Some people are single and still searching, SSS. And some people are single and still seriously searching, that's SSSS. All of these are trials. When you are exploring, you are looking, you are searching. Who should I marry? How should I marry? Where are we going to meet? Many trials on the way. Some people are not even qualified to marry you. They will talk to you. Some people are qualified, but they will not talk to you. Sometimes you see the right person and the right person doesn't see you. It's a trial. Sometimes you are there praying and praying and praying, and the person who is not praying and not searching, They'll be getting married under your nose. Some people will even send you invitation card even when you thought they are not supposed to get married by that time. And some people will marry somebody else, and the person they marry will appear to you as if they have stolen that person from you. You are more qualified for that person, but you see, whatever thing it is, this is the exploration stage. Sometimes you are sure, sometimes you are not sure. It's a lot of trial. A woman that is looking for a husband is like a woman that is looking for a child. She is the only one that understands what she's going through. The lonely nights, the dark nights, the nightmares, the cry onto the pillows, the cry while looking to the mirror, the worries, the suspense, the headaches, the loneliness that you can't even explain to anyone. You can't even tell anyone. Will you just go outside and start crying? Or will you stay inside and start wondering? Everybody thinks you have everything you need in life, but you don't have a partner, somebody to dream with, somebody to wake with, somebody to talk to, somebody to explain to, somebody to complain to, and somebody who will be there for you to tolerate you with all of the weak points that you have. So while you are still at this exploring stage, it's a lot of trial from Almighty Allah. I can only pray that all of those who are still exploring, may Allah grant you the best of what you are praying for. Number 2E are those who have found people they want to marry. Now we'll say you are engaging. Engaging, that's you are engaged, or you are engaging somebody for marriage. And this is where sometimes you get to points of no return. It can be a time when you are not so sure, but a time when you are just full of hope. Now you have found somebody that you are engaged with. At this point of engagement, a lot of trials are there. Not many people are engaged without committing zina. Sometimes it can backfire. The same person you are engaged with, you thought you have found somebody you want to marry, they end up using you and dumping you. Sometimes because they think you are desperate. Sometimes because they think, well, they have already tasted what they were looking for. A lot of scams are out there. When people are engaged, people use them. You are not a utility. Let's quickly move on to entering. That is entering as in enter. This is the stage of nikah and wedding. At this point of entering into the marriage, it becomes a point of no return for a lot of people. This is where dowries are paid. But unfortunately, some people are more prepared for the wedding than for the marriage. Some people are looking more forward towards the nikah and the wedding than towards the marriage itself. A lot of preparations will go in place. Millions of money will be budgeted for the nikah. A lot of things will be put in place. But the trial that is there is that, are you trying to do a nikah or a wedding for show off? Most marriages have broken right from the day of the wedding itself. Evil eyes have been set on them. Envious people have already targeted them. Malicious people have already tampered with the destiny of that marriage. Most of the time, a lot of money is spent. And over what? Upon what? The albarika in the marriage has been removed because of the way people go about it. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Aktharu nikah barakatan aisarahunna mahra." The kind of nikah that has plenty albarika is the one that the mahr is very easy. How many people want to do their wedding now without waiting to make it look like the ones they see on the social media? So some people would rather wait and get married at 35 to get the kind of society weddings they want than to get married at the 25 to somebody who was their course mate in school still looking for a job. The point of entering sometimes can be a point of no return. It can also be a point where the destiny of that marriage is decided and determined. It has a lot of trials. Trial of trying to make things to be simple. Trials of trying to do things with the fear of Allah. And trials of making things to be easy for yourself and for the person you want to marry. Number 4E of marriage, after people have entered into marriage, is encountering. As in encounter. This is where they suddenly encounter each other for the first time. Even if they have been committing zina before, this time around is different. The nikah has been done, the wedding has been done, invitation cards have been printed, people have seen and witnessed the combination of both of you. And whatever thing you encounter in that marriage, you are all on your own. Nobody is coming to save you. You encountered the man that was full of smile. You encountered the real stuff of which is made for the first time. A woman that is very kind, nice, and jovial before marriage. Now that the nikah has been done, you encounter the true color of the woman you thought was a woman around the Sahaba. At the end of it all, you now start wondering, what kind of a marriage is this? The last time I checked, we didn't order for this marriage from Temu. How come it looks like this? You know, sometimes you order for one thing, but you get another thing. This marriage, I didn't order for it online. And then it's one thing that I actually paid for. It's another thing that I'm getting entirely. Then you begin to see the worst part of each other. Husband thought the wife would never fall sick. He thought he could only enjoy the good side of her. Then after marriage, she started falling sick. And he started realizing that, is this what I'm going to continue to deal with? Then the husband started behaving like a crazy person. And should be wondering, is this how it is going to be? Somebody who will always look at your face every time is now looking at his phone every time. Then you encounter each other for the first time. Realities begin to dawn on each person, and all of those love shacking that was shacking both of you will have to find a way to escape from your mind. So, number 4E of marriage is when you start encountering each other, the good, the bad, and the ugly side of one another. That's not all. You start encountering your in-laws for the first time, and you see the reality of the kind of people that they are. Number 5E of marriage is embracing, as in embrace. Embrace is when you have to accept the realities of what you have got. Embrace is when you have to embrace your destiny as married to that person. If you don't embrace it, what are you going to do? Marriage has already happened. Everybody is already settling down. If you can try to accept the encounters that you have, then you begin to embrace it as it is. Embracing your marriage is accepting it as it is. Accepting your partner as he or she is. And if you don't embrace, it is a problem. And if you embrace, it can also be a problem. What if the person you are married is a porcupine with thorns all over the body? How do you embrace that kind of a person? What if this person is a narcissist? Somebody who doesn't have any shame, doesn't have any love, doesn't have any care, doesn't have any kindness for anyone. How do we embrace such a life where you are reduced and you have to be performative rather than being authentic? That means you have to be performing just because you want to stay in that marriage, where you have to reduce yourself so as to appease your partner, and you have to cut down on your growth so that they don't feel intimidated by your progress. How are you going to embrace this kind of destiny that seems to have been tampered with? How are you going to embrace this kind of marriage that seems to have been designed by a committee? You know, when something is given to a committee to design, you give them a rat to design, it ends up becoming an elephant. What kind of committees are these that have designed something that's so grotesque? This is not the kind of marriage I'd ever wanted in life. But whichever one comes out of it, that is the trial. You have to embrace it like that. Hook, line, and sinker. Then number 6E of marriage. If you are lucky, that is when you begin to enjoy the marriage. Enjoying the marriage is number 6. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Innama dunya kulluha mata'un wa khayru mata'iha al-imra'atu salihah." The whole of this world is enjoyment, and the best of all enjoyment is a righteous spouse, a righteous wife, or a righteous husband. How do you enjoy your marriage? If you cannot enjoy yourself, nobody else can enjoy you. How will you learn to enjoy what you have? How will you learn to enjoy life itself? Many people are coming from a background where life is hard for them. Now that they are married, they don't even know how to enjoy life anymore. Husband and wife, all they know is work, 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 money, money, and money. They cannot sit down for 5 minutes to enjoy one another. They cannot relate with each other and have a gist with one another. How will you enjoy your marriage? It takes a lot. You have to learn to let go. You have to remove anger and annoyance. You have to remove resentment and all of the things that are blocking your way of enjoying a good marriage. Enjoying marriage is an art. It's a skill. It's something that needs to be learned. Even when you drink water, you enjoy that water you drink. People who don't enjoy themselves, you cannot enjoy them. A person that doesn't know how to enjoy good life, you cannot enjoy good life with them. A person who doesn't know how to settle down and be useful to himself cannot be useful to any other person. Enjoyment has eluded a lot of people. They don't even know how to relax. Everything is work, work, and work. They didn't know how to, husband and wife, sit down and let's just gist. If we have nothing to talk about, let's be talking about Tinubu. Let's just talk about something. Let's just gist about something. Eating together is part of it. Praying together is part of it. Discussing together is part of it. Many people have married for 10 years. The husband cannot sit down and the wife will sit down and they have meaningful discussion for 15 minutes. They can't do it. And you look at the woman, she can't enjoy her life. You have a husband, you can't enjoy him because you are angry with him, because you are quarreling with him. You cannot let him sit down, put your head on his laps, tell him to be playing with your hair that you just plaited. You can't enjoy life. How will any man enjoy you? But let us go to number 7, E of marriage. That is expanding the marriage. When expansion comes, maybe children have now started coming. 2 people becomes 3. 3 people become 4. And 4 become 5. This matter of expansion is Allah that grants. Some people are married, but no child yet. This is a period of trial for a lot of them. When you are looking for a child, your prayers are reduced to only one. Oh Allah, give me a child. I can only imagine Aisha radhiyallahu anha, the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She didn't have any child for the Prophet. She could have, Every month that she saw her period, I'm sure she cried to the Prophet. I'm sure she complained to the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, if I can just have a child that looks like you, as much as I love you, I wish I have a child just like you. But Allah didn't grant it to her. Is it dua that Rasulullah didn't know how to make? Or Aisha didn't have enough iman? Aisha could have said, my husband, please, give me the phone number of Malaika Jibril. I want to have some chat with him. Aisha could have just called Jibril and say, hello, Jibo, anytime you are flying around, please branch our house. I have a message for you for Almighty Allah. She could have said, Jibo, please now, talk to my husband to talk to Allah. I'm sure it was not easy for her. I'm sure she cried. This you will not read in any hadith. But what you should understand is that Aisha was a human being like you and I. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam too would have wished. So it's not a matter of iman. It's not a matter of your position in the sight of Allah. If Allah will grant to you, He will grant to you. For those to whom Allah has not granted, I want you to look at Aisha, for example. Allah didn't grant to her, but she's the mother of the believers. And whatever thing it is, expanding in marriage is of the mercy of Almighty Allah. Many marriages have collapsed because of this expansion or lack of it. Some people will actually be expanded, but they didn't get what they were expecting. They gave birth to children with special needs. Please remember all these people in your prayers. Visit them, because this is the trial that Allah decided to give to them. Some children have Down syndrome. Some children are at the spectrum of autism. Some children came with some birth or congenital birth disorders. Some children, you cannot keep them, you cannot kill them. And these are trials that Allah gives. If Allah now gives you a child that is healthy, bouncy, are you grateful? I hope you know that's a trial also on its own. The same your wife that you say is useless, she's the one Allah made to give birth to that child for you. Don't you know how to be grateful to Allah? Marriages and expansion in marriage are all in the hands of Almighty Allah. After so many years, some men would begin to look at expansion with the eyes of marrying another wife. As far as it is concerned, it's part of the expansion. What are you going to do about it, madam? Allah will not delete polygamy from the Quran because of you. Because you don't like it, doesn't make it to be haram. It's your life. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. The reality of it all is that it's a trial for you. If you pass, Allah will reward you. If you fail, Allah knows what to do with you. Let's quickly move on to number 8. Enduring. Enduring. That is when you are enduring something in the marriage. Endurance comes in 2 ways. Sometimes things may not go the way you want it. You endure until things get better. But the other endurance that is negative is when you are there enduring hardship. You are enduring being molested. You are enduring being psychologically abused. Allah did not send you to enjoy or endure sadness. Allah did not send you to endure oppression in a marriage. The Islamic paradigm is don't oppress yourself, don't oppress anyone, and don't let anybody oppress you. You are being beaten, blue and black. You are being slapped. You are being demoralized. You are being demeaned. Allah did not send you to endure such a thing. If you need to help your husband or your wife, hold their hand like this and report them to those who will talk to them. There's nobody who hasn't had the capacity to be mad. But when somebody is mad Don't let them kill you with their madness. Some people say there's so much divorce nowadays, just like my sister here was explaining to us. Honestly, there are some good sides to it, and we're going to look at it as we move along. But this enduring that I'm talking about is the endurance when hardship comes, when you are broke, and when things don't go your own way. That is the one that is positive. Don't endure things that, sometimes when you suffer for some things, Allah will compensate you. Allah will be like, hey, yeah, you suffer, let me give you this reward. Sometimes when you endure something, you suffer for nothing. There's no reward for you. Because Allah did not send you to endure psychological abuse. At the end of it all, your mental health is deeply compromised. You're already a mad person without realizing it. Any slight thing like this, you just flip. Do you think it's ordinary that they say some people kill their husbands or some people buy their wives? Let me use that language. It's because they have been pushed to the wall. If you allow yourself to be pushed to the wall, you cannot get to the court and say they made me do it. Nobody sent you. You are not supposed to be a martyr in your marriage. There's nothing like a marital martyr. Stop thinking you are going to die there and Allah will put you in paradise. Don't die there. You are not married to go and die there. You are married to go and thrive there as a matter of ibadah. Let's quickly move on to existing, as in to just exist. Some people are just in the marriage. They are neither enjoying nor enduring. They are just existing. Husband is looking at wife. Wife is looking at husband, wondering who is going to die first. If you die first, I will have my rest. If I die first, I will go to paradise. You continue in this world. Who is going to die first? Some people are just in the marriage. They are just existing there. They are not living. They are not thriving. Why? Why will you be in a marriage and you are just existing? You are not growing. You are not developing. You are not achieving. You don't have any accomplishment. Somebody has pressed pause on your life and they have even pressed full stop on your life. You are just there counting the years. You can't count any progress. You wanted to grow. Your partner is pulling you down. You wanted to survive. They are pulling you down also. Talk less of allowing you to thrive. Whenever you are beginning to progress, your partner is angry with you. And whenever you are beginning to achieve, your partner is envious of you. What kind of a marriage is that? You are not allowed, as far as what makes marriage to work in Islam is concerned, you are not allowed to just exist. You've not increased your knowledge. You don't go to Islamia. You don't belong to any Islamic group. You don't learn anything. Even the husband, he doesn't have a jama'ah. He doesn't have a group he follows. All of you are just there, just existing for nothing. It's a trial. If you see that you've measured your life, you've not been able to make any progress. Maybe you now know how to read Quran better. Maybe you now know how to do ibadah better. Maybe you have increased in your trade that you are doing. Maybe you have improved in your businesses that you are doing. If you cannot record any of those things for yourself, it means you are just existing in marriage. Do something about it. Then number 10, E of marriage is escaping. When you escape, it means you had a bad marriage and a very bad divorce. Don't blame ladies who divorce. You should celebrate them as survivors. Many people you see leave their marriage, it is just that they escaped. You should congratulate them. Some men also, they find their ways to escape the marriage. I've heard of men who pack their loads and ran away from a family house that they built by themselves. When stress became too much, when problems became too much, when they have been pushed to the wall, they see themselves as imprisoned in that marriage. I thought they used to call it wedding ring, not handcuffs. Many people were actually handcuffed from the day they got married. A situation where the wife looks at the husband as her property, and where the husband looks at the wife as an extension of his property. We begin to own each other, and we begin to suppress each other. We begin to oppress one another. The human being cannot take that for too long. And many people will have to escape. If you must escape, please escape. If the marriage is not working, Allah says love and mercy. There can be no love without mercy. There cannot be mercy without love. Many people are at the stage of escaping now. Don't look down on them. They just had to escape from the prison of what their marriage had become. And finally, number 11, exiting, as in exit. When you go out of a place, don't enter into a room that doesn't have an exit. And this exit can come in many ways. It can be because of death. Don't forget, every marriage has an expiry date. We either divorce or one of us will die. Every marriage will come to an end one day. The problem is, when will it come? Who should die first, husband or wife? Who should die first, husband or wife? Which of the two is better to die first between husband and wife? We don't know really. But the reality is, we are going to die someday. We may think we are going to live very long, and we are not living long. Let's say, God forbid, if you should die now, what's going to happen to your children? Who will look after them for you? Do you have any plan for them? Brothers, if you should die now, what happens to your little children? What did you put in place for them? Who is going to look after them? How are they going to survive? Do you have anything they will eat after your death? Is there anything they can even inherit now that is good for them? Who is going to assist you in looking after them when you die? Is your wife not going to suffer with the children? So what marriage are we doing that we are not even prepared for anything? The way you have used your wife, who is even going to marry her after your death? A woman that you have turned to second-hand, she doesn't have second-hand value. You have used her, you have useless her. You've rendered her useless, not appealing, not necessary in anybody's life. She's going to suffer, and your children will suffer at the same time. And you are not going to be spared in your grave. So when we do marriage, let us do sensible marriage. A marriage that when we are together, we are together. If Allah should take the life of any of us, if you truly love your wife, ensure that she will not suffer if you die. Allah didn't tell you when you are going to die. And madam, if you truly love your husband and you love your children, what do you people discuss about these children? Oh, all you discuss is, what is it that's on his phone? Is that all that concerns you? Who is he chatting with? Is that the business you carried on your head? Who is he chatting with? Is that your business? If he should die now, can you marry somebody else? Do you have the skill that a man will look at and say, let me marry this woman? Do you have the wealth? Do you have the wherewithal? Even if it is knowledge, do you have the knowledge? Even if it is qualification, what are you qualified to do? What is the meaning that your life ever had? So when we are married together, we should bear that in mind, that every marriage has an expiry date. We are going to die someday and leave each other behind. Let us be preparing for that. When both of you lie down in the bed, pillow talk, be talking about this topic once in a while. Not that you wish the other person would die. It's just that you are being real. What do we have for these children if anything should happen? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Welcome to a place where we celebrate your greatness and nurture your path to even greater accomplishments. Acquire Abdulfattah Adeyemi's soul-lifting handmade masterpieces and experience the divine beauty of Islamic artistry. Join the community. Transform your life. Edit your universe.